Hello, gamers! So, we're doing some Riftbound reviews today, and I'm also showing my very own card that I got to reveal. Put it ready. Okay. So at 5:30, so 30 minutes from now, I will be showing my card. Okay. This should be good. We're just gonna do it on Twitter, I think. That should work. Riftbound report to the rescue. I'll wait a little bit until people have entered the chat and got time to look at stuff, and then we'll get started. Okay. There's so many like insane things that have been revealed already. Hold on. Okay. So the plan for today is I am going to look at Riftbound cards. I'm going to do Riftbound stuff on both Twitch and YouTube. And then in like 2 hours, the new Hearthstone expansion goes live. That's when I'm going to switch over. I'll stop the stream on YouTube then. And we'll continue streaming on Twitch. So Riftbound is just for YouTube. Really sad Elise wasn't a card. She got me into LOR. I'm sure Elise will be added eventually. Elise is popular enough where, you know, they'll add her to the game sooner rather than later. That's how I feel about it. Have you seen Pimp Named Uzal and Colonel Swainers? Oh, you're talking about the Mordekaiser and Swain skin? Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I haven't really played League though in a while. All right, I'm gonna start in like 2 minutes. Why did you get a card to reveal us? I have a card, and I am showing that card in 27 minutes. So they gave me a card. Actually, they didn't give me just any card. They gave me a legend. So I think there's a okay. Hold on. Wait, which legends? Can I see here which ones? Okay, revealed, not revealed, revealed, not revealed, and then it's Jhin and Lilia? It was Jhin and Lilia, and they're also revealed. So, I got either Poppy or Rengar. Now, if you know me, actually, it could be either one. Honestly, they could have given me either one of those, because I never lose to Poppy. And Rengar, well, actually, I already tweeted that it's a cat. Anyway, I'm revealing Rengar later. And okay, so I mean, I'm gonna say this again when I do the reveal. Oh, Lilia. Oh, you're right. Lilia is right there. I forgot who the last two were then. It was Jhin and I don't know, another one. Anyway, oh, Ivern. You're right. It was Ivern. It was Ivern. Yeah. So they've both been shown. You guys are right. Yeah, it was Ivern. So Diana, who is not this Diana, the influencer manager, who I'm pretty sure is in charge for the most part for giving people cards to reveal. She said that she specifically tried, as far as it was possible, to give cards to creators that would match them. Now, if you look at this cat, I knew immediately why she gave me Rengar. Immediately. Like, there was no doubt in my mind. And if you can't think of the reason now, I will show that later as well. No, there's a pretty good reason, I think. There is a very good reason. Because you're toxic? Exactly. Yeah, because I'm toxic. That's what it is. You guessed it. Because it's Ionia. Wait, Rengar's not Ionia. Is Rengar? Rengar is Vastine, right? Isn't the Ishtal or something? Clearly, it's a cat, and I love cats. What else could it be? Okay, I think we can get started. The only problem is I don't have any background music, and I also, well, actually, I could probably add some background music. Let's do some background music, sure. Just for you guys. Not that one. The classic. Should we good? Oh, wait, is there... Okay, hold on. Bazaar OST is kind of genius, actually. Is there like a full album of it? The Bazaar OST. Yeah, let's do that. Wait, that's sick. Good enough. The Bazaar has such good OST, man. Alright, if it's too loud, let me know. If it's too loud, I will lower it. Karnok just released an album. I mean, this one is like, I don't know, 30 minutes. I can switch. It's a bit loud. Jur Auron, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just saw Jhin. Yeah, Jhin is so fun too. Okay, here we go. So this is, we're only on day 2 of Riftbound reveals. I have a card to show in 23 minutes, so I'm gonna go review, give my thoughts on the cards that have been released so far. Then, in those 23 minutes, I'm gonna show the card they gave me. We'll talk about it, and then we'll continue reviewing. That's the plan. This is for set 3 of Riftbound, and so far,
for a while.
Things look beautiful.
Still doing good, Snnuy.
Lorenzo, thank you for the 8 months. I'm doing great. Things are really going great for me right now. I don't know. I'm really enjoying Riftbound. Okay, so Baron Nashor is the very first card that was revealed, shown for set 3. It's a 10 mana, 3 energy, 12 power. As you play me, add the Baron Pit battlefield token to the board if it's not there already. If you do, I enter there. And this is a 3rd battlefield, so instead of just having 2, you get a 3rd one. Baron goes there, and it says units can move here from anywhere. So it's not like ganking. You can go there from base, you can go there from other battlefields. Not from hand, I think. You can't just drop it down there on the hand. You would die to Baron, I think. I think that's pretty good. The text that makes this great is, I can't be chosen by enemy spells and abilities. Other friendly units have +2 is also fine. I don't know how to read card chat. I know top right is might power. So this 3 means you need to recycle 3 purple runes. So you pay 10 mana, and then 3 purple runes go to the bottom of your rune deck. So you're basically de-ramping yourself. That's recycling. That's what this means. So you need to recycle 3 runes to play this. Okay, so I think this card is really interesting because this was released 4 or 5 days, almost a week before the actual release or before the actual spoiler season. And immediately when this card got shown, the price of Dazzling Aurora doubled. Basically, an existing deck that's basically War Mother's Call, where at the end of every turn, you go through your deck until you find a unit and you play it for free. That card immediately doubled in cost because people think that Baron Nashor is so good. I'm gonna tell you right now, the people that did that wasted their money. I think this card is like average at best. I don't think it's bad by any means. I think what makes it good is I can't be chosen by enemy spells and abilities, so it doesn't just die immediately. And the other thing is that there's a 3rd battlefield, so the opponent needs to conquer 3 battlefields to win, which is really, really hard to do against decks that just have really big units. It is a big ass beat stick with, yeah, no, I mean, that's true. I do agree with that. But like, it has a lot of counters. It's 10 mana, recycle 3, and the only deck it will be good in is that Dazzling Aurora deck. And I think there's just too many counters to it. It's gonna like pop stomp a lot though, don't get me wrong. That's why I'm saying, like, it's not bad, but I think it's pretty heavily overrated right now. And one card being released and immediately doubling the price of an existing card is crazy. If you can't pit with Ivern, you can just swap it to brush. You can. We'll go. Yeah, we'll see Ivern later, but good luck conquering this if there's a Baron there, you know? Okay, anyway, that's card number 1. There's so many cards, guys. There's like a million cards, so I have to be a little careful of you know, how much time I spend on everything. But that's Baron. So the first legend that we got to see is Master Yi. So this is a orange-green legend, just like his starter version. That says level 6, your units gain +1 might. Level 11, your units enter the battlefield active or ready. So that's a new mechanic called experience, where you have certain cards and effects that gain experience. So like it could say, if I hold, you get +1 or +2 experience. If I conquer, get +1 experience. And then you have cards that spend experience. It's like a spend 2 experience to recall me from a battlefield to base. Something like that. But Master Yi wants you to hold experience, and as soon as you have 6 experience gathered from other cards, all your units get +1 might forever. It's just like an aura. It's a passive effect. When you have 11 experience, your units enter the battlefield ready. So that means they always have like the sun disc active or whatever. Which, yeah, I think this might actually be extremely good. I think this is a very real legend. Master Yi was pretty average. He was good because of his color combo, and they played him in like a dazzling Aurora deck. Yeah. Yeah, it's control. I made a tweet about it. This is like the AFK jungler in your game. This is the AFK hyper farm Yi. He just goes AFK for 30 minutes and then comes back and kills everything. That's what this Yi is. I think it's strong. This looks very strong to me. I don't love this color combo. I don't really like green. I don't really like orange. So I'm probably skipping on this one, but it does. It looks very good. And then we have Pyke. Oh boy. So Pyke is the new Draven. Red purple, which has been the most powerful color combo pretty much since set 1. Because purple is just very, very, very good. So this says pay 1 mana, exhaust him. You may return a friendly unit from a battlefield to hand. And if you do that, you get a gold. You get 1 gold token. So I think that this ability to recall your own unit is not reaction speed. So you can't do it when your opponent's like trying to kill you with a spell. You can't just like tap him and recall something. I don't think you can do it. I think it's like normal. What is gold? So gold is a token. It's a gear. Starts exhausted, and then when it's ready, it says you can pay this gold instead of paying 1 energy. So you saw the Baron that needed to pay 3 purple. Now you only need to pay 2 purple and 1 gold. So you don't deramp yourself as hard. Doesn't it say it can be used as a reaction? So this is for the gold token. It's like this part is Google translated. This is the explanation of what gold does, where it gives you 1 energy. I'm pretty sure this first part does not say reaction. I could be wrong. When reveal in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I am showing the cat. Okay. Up next. These are all translated from Chinese, so keep in mind that some of them might be wrong. Also, of course, Marshall! Shout out to the Riftbound report for getting all these so neatly in place. Of course, I have the bell notification on for Riftbound report, so I don't miss anything. You guys should do that too. Alright. So this is blue buff. 4 mana, 4 might, recycle 1 blue. I'm just gonna read this because this seems wrong. So Kartek's shield 2. So that means it's 6 when it's defending. So when your opponent attacks you, this will be 6 might instead of 4. Hold abilities while I'm holding here trigger an additional time. When I hold at the start of your next main phase, gain 1 power. So it gains 1 power when you hold, which means it gets 2 power because holding effects are doubled. And also, I think this applies to any unit that is currently holding at the same battlefield. So if I'm holding with a blue rumble, I get 2 3 might max instead of 1. I think this is pretty good with Ahri, because Ahri really likes holding, and she has like some crazy cards that are like, when I hold, gain 1 point or something. You gain 2 points. You can like OTK. There's like an OTK. Well, it's like an OTK from like 3 or 4 points that you could potentially do. Again, this is blue Ahri. Wait. Riftbound blue Ahri. Let's see. Oh no, it's green Ahri. Sorry. It's green Ahri. But Ahri is green blue. So when I hold, you score 1 point. If you have this on the same location, you score 2 points. Insane. Spellsong. Oh my god, Spellsonger, you're right. Spellsonger copies the text of whatever unit it is equipped to. Wow, yeah. Yeah, and Spellsonger is green. You could do some disgusting OTKs with this, your opponent can clear. But that's also why I like Riftbound, because it plays so heavily into holding. I mean, I know holding is like bad right now, but I think holding is a really like healthy way for games to naturally reach a conclusion. It's like, okay, I get a turn to deal with whatever you have, and if I can't, like the turn ends, you win. But it's not like your opponent just pulls out a card and then wins immediately most of the time. Okay. So here are 2 more cards. So this one is okay, 4 energy, 1. Oh wait, it's called power. I keep calling the thing below it energy, but that's power. So 4 energy, 1 power. Epic rarity gear. When you play me, banish all units in your trash. Exhaust, you may play a unit banished by this card. All costs must be paid. When you play me, banish all units in your trash. And then when you flip it, you play it for free? Oh, but you still need to pay the full amount for it. So if it's like a Baron, you need to pay 10 energy, 3 power. Did you say you scheduled a tweet for 5:30? Yeah, I did, yeah. Don't steal my thunder, Marshall. You gotta do it 5 minutes later, at least. Golem? Golem plus Ahri plus Spellsong, it does. It sounds very Disneyland. It is Disneyland. 5? I mean, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, Marshall. That's all I'm saying. Seems like, this seems pretty bad. 4 mana for that. It is a gear though, so you can kind of let it sit there until you need it. You don't pay it for free, it just allows you to play. Yeah. And that is good. Like, stuff that died and playing it again is good. You know, if there's anything that Red Rumble has taught me, it's that getting stuff back that's died is very good. Okay, so and then bounty list. Uncommon rarity gear. When you play me... Wait, what? Is this a... Oh yeah, it is a gear. Card text, when you play me, choose a type. I.e. Misfortune, Demacia, Poro. Exhaust, choose a unit with the chosen type to give -2 might this turn. Oh, so you choose it, and then you have that forever. So it's like, I play this, I choose Poro, and then every time the opponent tries to play a Poro, they get cooked. It's kind of a funny card. Alright. Seems honestly pretty decent. This should, so I mean, it's not good, but imagine that Ivern is meta, and you know Ivern's playing like cat, dog, bird, and Poro, and it's like, you know, maybe it's not the worst. Alright, I mean, it's not good. It's not good. Oh shit, it's Kha'Zix. It's Kha'Zix, boys! Okay. 5 energy, 1 power, 5 might. Hunt. When I conquer or hold a battlefield, gain 1 experience. So that's what it is. That's one way to gain experience. You conquer or hold, and you get +1. When I attack, you may spend 3 experience. If you do, deal damage to a chosen enemy unit here equal to my might. That is insane. So once you have 3 experience, you can spend all of it, and then upon attacking, You go -3 EXP and you deal 5 to a unit there. That seems very good. The problem is, of course, it's 5 mana and 1 power, which is yeah, kind of hard to do. It's hard to like play that neatly, is what I'm trying to say. How long do you need to wait for that to happen? So every single turn you get 2 mana. If you're going second, so if you're going second, you could play this on turn 2, potentially. But then you're still deramping 1. I think the power is the worst part. You don't want to deramp early most of the time. Experience is different from victory points. Yeah, experience is an entirely new mechanic. There are different ways to gain experience, and it has nothing to do with like conquering and stuff. Okay. Here's a lot of text. Hunting the Snow Wolf. Yep, that sounds right. 4 energy, 1 power, 6 might. Uncommon rarity unit. Ambush, you can choose to play me as a reaction card on the battlefield where your units are present. So this is a new mechanic as well, Ambush. You can play this unit from your hand during a showdown, during a attack or defense. As an additional cost to play me, you must kill a bird, cat, dog, or Poro unit. You may play me at that battlefield, even if you have no other unit on those battlefields. I played... Yeah, it's basically J4. Yeah, it just jumps out of your hand. So I was in my my casual Nexus Knights last week, and somebody had like a budget Victor deck. And that budget Victor deck played the... It's the 8 cost that rallies in runeterra. It's like 4 mana, I think 1 power, 6 might, and it's like, to play me, you need to kill another unit. And it kind of cooked me, because it just came down on turn 4, killed one of Victor's units, Victor's tokens, and yeah, it was a 4 mana, 6 might unit. And I was like, crap, how do I deal with that? That was kind of rough. I don't know. I basically only had Singularity to deal with it. Cruel Patron? That's probably what it is. Yeah. That sounds right. It's just better than expected. Okay, we have Lilia. When you play a counter unit... Oh, okay. Whenever you play a token, I gain 1 might. 5 energy, 4 might. Friendly tokens gain tank. So... we're gonna see Lilia Legend later, and we know that she is very likely to play a lot of tokens, because her exhaustibility on her Legend is play like a temporary 3 might unit. Can the wolf kill an enemy bird, cat, dog? I don't think so. It says one of your. I think the fact it says one of your, probably. If you could play enemy stuff, that it would be an insane card. It would be Giga Broken. I think this is good because you make... Like, see, it doesn't have a power cost. See... It's 4 might, though, which is not that high. But you're going to play this in a deck where you summon a lot of tokens. I've seen cards like this go completely out of control. Against permanent might. Here it says +1 for this turn. So I'm going to assume it's this turn. There's almost nothing in Riftbound that gains permanent might, which I'm very happy about. Okay, this is the alt art for the... Okay, this is the regular art, this is the alt art. Alt art looks fantastic. And here's the Lilia Legend. So, blue and green. Blue is base, I love blue. So this is 4 mana, exhaust, play a ready 3 might sprite unit token with temporary. This ability costs 1 less for each friendly unit with temporary. I don't know how to use this. This is such like a weird... 4 mana for a temporary 3 might unit is garbage. So I don't know, there would need to be more cards that show you how to get these. They do enter ready, which is good. The fact they enter ready is good. Yeah, it's basically ephemeral. Yeah, but it's instead of like dying when it hits, it just dies after the turn is over. It's probably really good though. That's what I'm gonna say. It's probably good. Because the text just reads really well and green-blue is a good combo. So I think it's good. I just think it's awkward and it's not something I would like to play. Temporary and average is so bad. I don't know how good this can be. It kind of depends on the deck, right? If you like, I think for something like green, which is like get a small advantage, which temporary units are pretty good at because they're like easier to get and they're larger because they are temporary. And then with green, you just kind of hold that advantage pretty easily because of their cards. So I think there's probably something here. Okay, guys, I think it's time. I think it's time we show the cat. But first, I said that Diana, the influencer manager, gave people a card that kind of matched them. For as much as that's possible. I don't think that applies to everyone, but I think to me it does. So I'm gonna show you guys one thing. Hold on, 1 second. I'm gonna get him. So when you see this, when you see this guy, what do you think of? I think I know why I'm about to show you guys the card that they gave me. All right, here he is. Here is my reveal. It's Rengar. Red and orange. When you play a unit, give a unit +1 this turn. Why you look mad? He's always mad. The resemblance is uncanny. Look at them. I get it. So, Rengar, I think this is good. I think this is a good card. Oh, thank you. My girlfriend just brought the on. Here's Rengar number 2. She's sweeter though. She wouldn't jump on people and attack them. The other guy would. He would stab people. Rengar from Walmart? Dude, the Rengar is from Walmart. It's the alt art. So this card I think is good. Hi lady. Pink Rose saying hello.
Hi Pink Rose.
She's ready to go out. I'm here talking about cards. She's gonna actually go out and touch grass. Kha'Zix may be better. Yeah, I think we're about to see Kha'Zix. I think Kha'Zix is probably like one of the strongest card legends of the new set. The reason this is good and fits in this set is because of ambush. So like, if you're ambushing, you can give another unit they already have +1, like unexpected. So it's an even bigger blowout. Ambush already seems like it's a blowout mechanic where you can just play something from your hand immediately to assist in the fight. Then Rengar also gives +1, potentially multiple times if you have like small units that do that. So yeah, I think this is strong. I think it's gonna be really good at attacking, which orange red is already really good at. Like with Lucian, we see Lucian getting like a lot of assault. And yeah, obviously the +1 might only matters most of the time if you're attacking. I mean, someone could just not commit to not get blown out. I mean, that's true, but if you hold mana open, you don't really have much of a choice. I think it's really good. There is a 2 mana 1 might card that says like ambush and has tank +2. So with Rengar, that becomes a 2 mana +4 stats, which is kind of insane. Yeah, so I also have a tweet scheduled that's gonna go out in 1 minute. This bastard Marshall already posted it, man. He already posted my Rengar. All right, so that's my review. That's my review. I will be playing this guy. I will be playing this guy. I'm looking forward to the overnumbered. Too slow? What, this? This is not too slow, man. Hello? This is definitely not too slow. I am spurred. Marshall is spurred. All right. There's Rengar. And then the unit that I think is a contender for strongest unit or strongest legend of the set is Kha'Zix. When you win a combat, gain 1 experience. So that's already Draven text. And then you spend 1 experience, buff a unit. Spend 2 experience, move an exhausted friendly unit from a battlefield to its base. Why he looks like that? Yeah, he looks a little goofy. His overnumbered art is insane though. I'm sure we'll see it later. So, the deck being built itself, and we're gonna see more cards. It's gonna matter if there are any more cards that are good at getting experience, because if you can get experience passively from your legend just by winning combat, and then also get it by just playing cards. Have to come from you to say Marshall is lurking there and he's outpacing your post. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's Marshall. Marshall is a good guy. Why did they oil up my boy? he's all oiled up. I mean, with how strong he looks, you better come prepared. You better be oiled yourself, or he'll do it for you, man. This card looks insane. Do you know if you can give the unit you play +1 with Rengar? I don't. I don't think so. Probably not. Looking like pre-VGU Rumble? What's VGU? He's still waiting for one. Yeah, so spend 1 experience to buff a unit, insane. Spend 2 experience to move an exhaust from a unit from battlefield to its base, insane with stuff like anything really. Just not holding is really good in the current meta. And then like imagine something like Yone, where Yone just like snipes something on the back line, and then you move him back and he can do it again. Yes, you can. Why the... Jesus Christ, calm down, bro. What do you mean? Hello? You're telling me that Rengar can give every single unit +1 when it's played. So on average, everything enters buffed. Does that sound right? I mean... I know if people ask this a lot, but did you try Slay the Spire? Yeah, I love Slay the Spire too. It doesn't say you can. Yeah, it doesn't. Then if you can buff the unit you play, it's insane. Yeah. Then it seems really, really good. Okay, then it's probably like a lot better than I thought if you can buff the one unit that you played. I assumed you couldn't, but if you can, top tier. Okay, then we have Leblanc, the Deceiver. When you conquer or hold, you may discard 1 and exhaust me to play a ready reflection unit token there. It becomes a copy of another unit there. Give it temporary. So, blue, yellow. I think this is like such a crazy color combination for control decks, by the way. It already is, right? Victor, Lux, they have so many good cards. It has control and it has draw. So when you conquer or hold, you discard, you exhaust her, and a reflection unit is just like a token card that says, I am a copy of a unit. When you conquer or hold. That's potentially a lot of value. But you need to conquer or hold with it. I don't think you get the play effect from this. Somebody's asking that. I'm pretty sure you don't. Yeah, like, you copy something. Oh, would baited hook work? So with baited hook, you kill the copy? Yeah, I also think this has like insane potential. Yeah, death knell. Yeah, because they die, right? You get the death knell. It's ready, so you can also move it. Yeah, that's why it must be crazy on like ganking units, right? No, I'm pretty sure they specified that play effects don't work. Rengar seems like a great aggro deck to me. Like everything comes in with +1, but like other people said, the late game sounds like it would be not good. This is like such an insane ceiling. This might be one of the better cards as well, but it kind of depends on the rest of the cards and what the interactions are going to look like. Okay, we'll see. I think her champion, her signature ability is also really, really good, but we'll look at that a bit later. Vilemaw is 8 mana, 2 power, 8 might, Ambush. You may play me as a reaction to a battlefield where you have units. So on attack or defend, enemy units here with less might than me don't deal combat damage at all. So like, they don't deal combat damage to Vilemaw and also not to your other units. When I hold, draw 1. This is this is crazy, right? Crispy Samosa, thank you for the primer. Vilemaw is crazy broken, man. You can't convince me that Yi Aurora is not gonna be. I don't even think you need Aurora. I think you just like maybe you just played as in like. I mean, we're gonna see Vex later. Vex likes holding. As a green unit, this seems nuts to me, man. Just bluff that shit. Yeah, just pass with 8. I'm gonna pass with 8 mana while I'm holding this battlefield. I wonder what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is good. It's expensive though. Like this is a pretty big investment. But if you get to actually blow out a combat because of it, and then you get to hold, it's really really good. I wish it had like deflect, but that would be really unfair. And as most units are 6 or 5. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I agree with that. You have 8 runes open. Don't worry, I have Starcross. Yeah, we're gonna see Starcross later. What a disgusting card that is. Vilemaw on Vilemaw's Lair. So I looked at this card when it was released yesterday, and I was low-key kind of sad. I feel like this should have been the Minotaur. The Minotaur that says units can't move to base. I kind of wish that was Vilemaw as well for the flavor. Oh well. Vilemaw also Giga Wall's Miracle. No units there is above 8. Say no more! Say no more! Oh my god, are we finally gonna have an... Well, no, they have recalls. Dude, Miracle is purple, man, and they have new cards that will just screw you. Whatever. Whatever. Diana. Purple and blue. Reaction, could tap or exhaust her, add 1 mana, and you can spend this energy only during showdowns. Abilities that add resources can't be reacted to. Booster box in my country is around 250 euros. Is it too much? That is too much, yes. I would not pay that. You could get 2 boxes for that in Europe. I really like blue-purple, but I found Ezreal and Teemo to be a little inaccessible. Ezreal because it's so giga difficult to play and it's not a deck I would normally play, and Teemo is a gimmick with like the hiding cards. This is something that I would play. It's very basic though. It is a very standard ability. But it's good. It is good. It's like just 1 extra mana during showdowns. That's all it is. I will be playing this. So here are the signature abilities. Reaction. Oh, this is Lilia's signature. 2 mana, 2 power. Play anytime, even before spells and abilities resolve. Counter a spell, its controller can't play spells this turn. Yeah, so like, that's disgusting. Be the Riftbound guy in Raren's circle? I should ask Raren to do something with Riftbound. I think he'd enjoy it too. It's a deny and fuck you too. Yeah, I hate this. I hope Lilia isn't good because of this card. I sincerely hope that Lilia sucks so I don't have to deal with it. Ionia keeps being toxic. Okay, but low-key, like, green-blue is just miserable to play against. I hate playing against Ahri too, but Ahri is like... Ahri's really good into Rumble because of the -1 aura. And I don't like dealing with Sona. Sona is so annoying because like it's just ready 4 runes. Signature spells deserve to be strong. I agree. Signature spells do deserve to be strong. I just don't like this effect. I don't like counterspell. Okay, so let me back up 1 bit. I think counter spells are necessary for card games. I don't think card games are healthy without counter spells. They do need to exist. However, I don't like them. I don't like it when opponent tells me, no, you can't play that card. But yeah, oh well. This is a really, really insane comeback mechanic too. It's like, oh, I'm slightly behind on this turn. Or like, oh, I'm slightly going into this turn winning. My opponent tries to do something. Lilting Lullaby. And then whatever else you're trying to do, too bad. It's like a mini Bryn here. Yeah, this is insane. This is a super good card. And then we have Ivern, Friend to All. One second. Okay. Bro still looks high AF. That's something you gotta have with Ivern. Glad that purple also has what. Yeah, so purple and the counter spells. I don't know what they were thinking. Anyway, so 6 mana, 6 might. As you play me, choose bird, cat, dog, or Poro. I gain that tag. When I conquer or hold, score 1 point if your units have all of the following tags among them. Bird, cat, dog, or Poro. Okay, I hope Nicky Boy is not in the chat. But this sucks ass, bro. I'm usually like, I'm all for these kind of meme effects because I think they're funny. The problem I have with this is that like, it's so insanely awkward to even do that. And I don't like having to play bad units to even get like an effect like this. What if they add more tags? Doesn't matter. This says those 4 specifically. Also, if you look at the pool right now of these 4 tags, all of them suck. There's one card, I think it's the bird. It's like the 2 mana, 1 might bird. It's like Death Knell, channel 1 rune exhausted. That's like, oh, okay, you know, that's one I want to play early, and it's one my opponent doesn't really want to kill. But the rest is just like, why? Oh, you mean if they add more of these cards? Yeah. I mean, okay. I know I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite when I say this. I actually really don't like subtype decks. I know I play Rumble, but the Rumble deck doesn't really play like it's like it's a heavy tribal deck. It's not like I need synergies. It's not like I need a mech to play this card, or like this only works on mechs. There are like 1 or 2 cards that do say that, but with the way the deck is just kind of like generally good cards, and the shielding effect on mechs is kind of invisible. I don't mind it that much on Rumble, but something like this is like very heavy into tribal. You need to play these cards, or your deck doesn't do anything, or rather the card doesn't do anything. I think if Ivern is good, which he might be, it will be like a swarm-ish deck and they won't play this card. That's my guess. Now here's a card. I don't like Master Yi. Just from my years of playing League, I don't like Master Yi as a character. I think he's really boring. But this card is sick. 12 mana, 3 power. 12 might. Unstoppable. New art as well. So... Level 3, I cost 2 mana and 1 power less. Level 6, I cost 4 mana and 2 power less. Level 11, I cost 6 mana and 3 power less. So that means it's just 6 mana. 6 mana, 12 power. Level 16, I can't be chosen by enemy spells and abilities. Who's gonna take this down if you're level 16? In League of Legends, who's gonna take down a level 16 full item Master Yi? Ain't nobody gonna do that. Now, if you're playing the Master Yi Legend, when you're level 11, he enters ready, and he has +1, so he's 13 might. Lulu? No, you can't be chosen by enemy spells and abilities. Even Lulu can't stop him. I really dislike the XP mechanic. It's the exact reason you just explained about hating subtype. I don't know. I mean, I think it's fair if you dislike it, you dislike it. I think it's pretty novel. It's like, it's not something on every single card. So you can choose to tech into it. If you want to do stuff with experience, your deck is going to lean heavily into that direction, and there's multiple payoff cards. Like, it's about spending, it's about holding, where Master Yi seems to be more about accumulating experience. And Kha'Zix is about spending it. I think that's cool. Oh, Imperial Decree, yeah. So Imperial Decree is a card that's really important to exist in Riftbound for sure. It deals with cards like this, it deals with cards like Baron, even like Cold a Week, right? Hi Snnuy, just got 500 Wild Fragments. Should I max Akshan or Twisted? Twisted. Yeah, Cold a Week as well. Ideally 6 mana, 12 power. It issues how hard it's going to be to gain the experience, yeah. I bet it's super hard to get level 16. I think level 16 is going to be like borderline impossible. Unless you like build your deck in such a way that all you're doing is gaining experience somehow. And then it's just like, this is your ultimate win con. This is your Exodia. Isn't level the total you have gained? No, I don't think it is. No. I'm pretty sure it's not. I think if you're spending experience, you can go from level 11 to 8. But I'm not 100% sure. That's how I read it. I could be wrong. But I think if you're spending it, you basically go lower. Yeah, you have to hold it. That's why I thought so too. It says while you have... Yeah, exactly. Okay. So Nidalee Cat is 3 mana, 1 power, 4 might, which is pretty good. You may play me as a reaction to a battlefield. So you can summon her from your hand. When I win a combat, draw 1. Okay, Draven. In orange. This card seems nuts, actually. This is a very good card. Some cards have Hunt too, which give you 2 experience. Yeah, correct. I mean, this is the jungler set, guys. They specifically said this is the jungler expansion. This card is going to be played a lot. Orange has felt relatively weak to me, so I'm glad they're getting a card like this. This will be played in a lot of orange decks, I feel. Even like current orange decks will play this. I think it's going to be an orange staple. I agree with that. I also think it's going to be an orange staple, you know. Just 3 mana, being able to play her from hand. It's also like, even in something like Fiora, right? Fiora cares less about having to invest the power because she ramps and she has 4 might. So 1 buff and Fiora triggers. And also, I think Fiora struggles with draw. So this already seems very good in Fiora. I've not really looked into Sivir at all. I've also not played against her. I don't know anything about Sivir. I'm behind. But yeah, I think it's just good in a lot of different decks, so. Okay, here's the Leblanc champion spell, signature spell. This one looks insane. 3 mana, 2 power. Choose a unit. So any unit, not just your units, but also the enemy units. Play a ready reflection unit token to your base. So you just choose an enemy unit, and you get a copy of it in your base. It becomes a copy of the unit, give it temporary. So it is ready, but it's only for this turn. So if your opponent has like a real... Like, the one thing that just came to my mind immediately is Pharaoh's Forerunner. Like, your opponent plays a Pharaoh's Forerunner, you just do this. You bump it into them, and then you get 2 mech tokens as well. It says play specifically, so it doesn't get the play effect. No, it doesn't. It's just... I think it says it on the reflection unit token. I'm not sure, but you never get the play effect from a reflection unit. Okay, so I think Pop Tenpai just explained it well. It's like you play the token, and then it turns into the unit, basically. Yo, what's up, Flavian? Yo, thank you for the sub as well, dude. Thank you. Hope you're doing alright. Looking forward to some Mario Karting, maybe later today. Copy the level 60 Mastery. You can't. Because Mastery says you can't target him by enemy spells and abilities. I mean, if you're playing... Oh, no, you can't. No, you literally can't. Because LeBlanc is blue-yellow, so you can't play him. Also, you won't have experience. Does that matter, though? It's more about getting a 12-power unit, I would assume. You can't target him, and you don't have 16 experience. Okay. It doesn't work on multiple fronts. Alright, Ivern. Ivern is really interesting. I'm glad they're going for something a little more gimmicky. It's like, it's gimmicky, but also it's still like fully functional, you know? It's not like Teemo that only works if you're playing very specific hiding cards. This is just like any unit with a tag, which has a wider set of cards than just hidden. Because he says, when you conquer or hold, you may exhaust me to replace that battlefield with a brush battlefield. And that brush battlefield is bird, cat, dog, Poros have +1. So that's why I think it's a pretty heavy swarm deck. It's kind of ass. So the strongest thing about this is that you can get rid of battlefields, essentially. So I don't know how this works with like the Aspirant's Climb. Play Aspirant's Climb, conquer to 8 points, while opponent has 8 points, draw. Oh, do you get a draw? Is drawing possible now because of that? Yeah, I was thinking like, what if you're at 8, and your opponent's like, oh, they need 1 more point, and then boom. I mean, you're playing as Ivern, so you know. What are like good battlefields to replace? I think anything is good to replace because, you know, it's pretty beneficial for you because you are going to play a deck with a lot of bird, cats, dog, and Boros. Where is Daisy? We might get a Daisy reveal later. Oh yeah, Voidgate. Yeah, Voidgate is really good to replace. I'm personally pretty unlikely to play a deck like this a lot. Again, because I'm just not the biggest fan of tribal decks. But I think it's a cool card to exist. Doesn't seem overly frustrating. Also really good fit for yellow. The swarming. 2 mana, 1 might. Shield +2. While I'm a defender. Tank, I must be assigned combat damage first. This is honestly decent. Yeah. It's not great, but we don't have a lot of units that are like 2 mana and 3 might. So we've seen green lean pretty heavily into holding strategies. So this being a tank and being 3 might be okay for that. If you want to hold, it's worth considering. It also might just be pretty good with Ivern. Because Ivern gets that brush battlefield, and he wants to hold it so the opponent can't transform it back. Yeah, 4 might. Exactly, yeah. So wait. So this is when you conquer or hold. So when you conquer, you play this on turn 1. You go first with Ivern. You play this. You go into a battlefield. You transform it into the brush. It's 2 mana, 2 power for you. And then on the opponent's turn, it's 4. It's not bad. Yeah, with Ivern, I think it's good. Because Ivern cares about holding. Yeah, it's playable. It's good 2-drop for Ivern. Crowd favorite. When I conquer or hold, gain 1 experience. Spend 2 experience, buff me. I don't like. I would never play this. This seems like a pack filler to me. I don't know. It's like you have Kha'Zix that needs 1 experience to buff. So why would you play this if it spends 2? No thanks. 2 mana, 2 might. When I conquer or hold, gain 1 experience. Level 6, I have +1. While you have 6+ experience, get the effect. I actually think this is better because you can play it when you go first. And you're likely to get an experience from it. It's really gonna depend just how... Okay, so here's what you can do, right? If you play this with Kha'Zix, you could play this, conquer, and then spend the experience you get from this immediately to make this a 3 might. There actually are cards that help. Yeah, for sure. It's the hunt mechanic, the hunt keyword. Yeah, the hunt keyword is very important for Kha'Zix and Yi especially. Abandon. Reaction. Counter a spell. Return it to the owner's hand instead of putting it in their trash. And predict. Look at the top card of your main deck. You may recycle it. Oh, there's 2 cats in my room. This card just makes me angry, bro. Predict just because, yeah, why not? For 2 mana, man. Why is this 2 mana? Yeah, purple got a counterspell like what, every set? Well, they got it last set with Hard Bargain. Now they're getting another one. At least they're like committing to it. But yeah. Good luck time warping. This is gonna be so frustrating to play against, man. Nice singularity you got there, yeah. Is predict just vision? Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah. You really want to give your opponent's card back and end? Yes. If you can counter Singularity, they pay 6 mana and 2 power for Singularity. And then they would have to play it again next turn, and they're still at 6 mana, or like, you know, that 2 mana they had to, that 2 power they had to recycle. They're not getting that back from this. Yeah, it's I don't know. This is gonna be really frustrating to play against. The only thing you could ask is like, does this have a place index? Do you want to... You're time warping yourself? Exactly. They're skipping the turn if they play time warp like that. I mean, yeah, the Draven decks are gonna find a place for this. Yeah, of course. It's that good. Downstage Dramatics. 2 mana, blue. Reaction. Repeat. Draw 1. Abandon his Afterbed Nahar. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. So basically this is a 2 mana draw 1, but you can repeat it to draw 2. So for 4 mana you could draw 2, which I think, you know, there is synergy with that. I think Jhin cares about spending 4 mana. So, wow, Jhin 4. So repeating this is relevant. This seems like it will be quite good with Jhin. And like, just having basic vanilla draw cards is good as well. Seems like a great card. This is a gear for 2 mana. When you draw your second card each turn, give a friendly unit +2 might this turn. Yeah, this is like, this works great, obviously, with the last card we just saw. Blue is the draw region, so this will be playable. It's more like, would you be able to make a room for this? Because if you're playing something draw heavy, you're usually looking at something like Ezreal that cares less about their units. This would be good if Rumble had like consistent draw. I don't actually know if you, yeah. The thing about Jhin, like, we're gonna see the legend later, I think Jhin kind of cares about unit a little bit more. It's a control deck card, but control decks don't really play that many units. I'm saying it's good because it's easy to trigger, but now I'm thinking like, does Jhin really, is a Jhin deck gonna play units? And probably not that many. It is red-blue though. So it would have to be like comparable to a Kai'Sa deck? Where they play the same type of card. Yeah, I mean... Good Invictor? Oh yeah, you can make you can buff a token easily, yeah. I don't think this is gonna see main deck play. Ash, when you play me, choose an opponent. They reveal their hand. Choose a card revealed this way and banish it. When they hold, return it to their hand. Ash is here. Yeah, there is an Ash card. Yeah, hand hate in yellow. Most of it has been in purple, I think, right? Well, actually, there's been an orange too. I mean, it's definitely playable. Because it's like, you want to play this type of card when you're slightly ahead. And then when you're slightly ahead, it's going to be really hard for your opponent to hold. I think in general, it's going to be pretty hard against yellow to hold, because it's like the control region. But yeah, you would mostly play this as hand info. This card is crazy. Yeah. I think it's good. I don't know if it's insane. I really like this card, disrupt an opponent's next turn. That's, yeah, I mean, that's true. If you're playing it on your turn, well, if you are playing it on your turn, they could already be holding, right? So you could only play this if they don't currently have a battlefield? Because for 5 mana, it's harder to remove something? Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, you're probably not getting the card back. You're probably not getting that card back. It's a really good hook target, yeah. See, a card can be good. And we see this in a lot of card games. Like, you look at the card and it's like, oh man, this is insane. And then you're like, okay, but what deck actually wants to play this? And a lot of the yellow decks are like really heavy into control. Or they're playing tokens. So if Ezreal plays Mind Splitter, I could actually see Lux and Victor potentially playing this as well. That's my thought right now. If those decks play Mind Splitter, this is like a Mind Splitter light. But it does have a lot less power, might. I would not be surprised if this becomes a staple. I could kind of see it. Just because I'm making a comparison to Mind Splitter now. Yeah, the more I think about it, yeah, the better it gets. This has to be a control deck card, though. This would have to be played in stuff like Victor or Lux. Because you're not going to play this in, like, Rek'Sai. You're not going to play this in Ivern. What's cool about this is it doesn't, like, it's not Ashe eating the card. So it's like, your opponent can remove Ashe, but that doesn't give them their card back. They still have to, like, commit to a battlefield and hold it to get their card back. Okay, it's pretty good, actually. It is good. It's good. I wouldn't be surprised to see it played. And this is the overnumbered Kha'Zix art, and it is just so insane, bro. I think this is my favorite looking overnumbered card. It actually just looks so incredible. This might be my favorite art just in the game. But I love Kha'Zix. I play a lot of Kha'Zix in League. Incredible art. This one's gonna cost me a lot of money. I'm waiting for the Jhin art. We got Rengar too. Yeah, I revealed Rengar. We do have Rengar. Vi. 4 mana, 3 might, deflect. And for 2 mana and 1 red power, double my might this turn. The interesting thing about this is you can do this multiple times. So you can do this 3 times and she will have like 24 power. Which is pretty funny if you really need to conquer something. Like if your opponent is just tapped out and you're like, okay, here's my Vi, spend all my 12 mana. The alternate art is dog shit, man. What is this? Like, this looks insane, and this is just like, oh, why? Vi plus punch first, yeah. Just 16 power immediately. Costs you a lot of power, though. Smoke screen in response? Oh, yeah. Yeah, but this goes on the stack, right? This is something that goes on the stack. So you just, like, smoke screen it and sees at the, you know, -1 times 2. So she's at -2. Her legend is red, yellow. Oh, you're right. So you can't play punch first. Yeah. It's a funny ability. I think it's a little too open to disruption. But I'd be happy to be proven wrong. This is just not really the type of stuff that I play very often. Smoke straight is minimum 1. Oh, Frigid Touch then. Frigid Touch is like, can go minus. New keyword ambush. You may play me as a reaction to a battlefield where you have units. Assault 2, +2 while I'm attacker. For 2 mana, I think this is pretty nuts. For 2 mana, this is a unit, so you can hold with it, and then it's also not Whirling Death. It's the 1 mana +3. But with Rengar, this gets another +1. So with Rengar, this is potentially 2 mana, 4 power. Yeah, Rengar is a 4-might attacker, exactly. I think for 2 mana, that's pretty reasonable. Simple card. This is like the classic, hey, here's what the new set does, and it's obviously good with one of the legends. Oh, this is the Baron Pit token. Units can move here from anywhere. This looks sick, by the way. Wow. Wait, this is new art. This is not in runeterra. Whoa. Wait, I love the way this looks. This looks so, so good. I'm really happy when I get to see new art that's not in runeterra. I don't know, the art is just beautiful, man. So it's nice to see new stuff. Like the Kha'Zix, like the Rengar, like the Ivern, even Leblanc. Okay, here's Jhin. So Jin's champion unit, 4 mana, 1 power, 4 might. Of course. Deflect. Ganking, already insane having those 2 keywords. When I move, add 1 mana and 1 power. Abilities that add resource can be reacted. So this seems nuts, right? Like for a red card? Is this not completely insane? There's an infinite with this? Is there? Yeah, so Jhin as a legend is going to be good because this is his champion unit. This seems so crazy to me. Brokan is the poster child next to look. Please let his overnumbered art be good. I'm going to spend so much money on that crap. I like the deck I've been playing nonstop is red-blue, and Jhin is also going to be red-blue. Yeah, it is really good for Draven decks. Yes, it is insanely good for Draven. Yeah. So this is his alternate art, which is very good, by the way. This is one of his better skins. I'm usually not a fan of the alternate arts because it's just like, it's just a league skin. But this is at least one of his better ones. Jhin doesn't really have bad skins. Still. Upstage comedy. You may pay the additional... Okay, so this is repeat 2. Ready a unit. Yeah, so... You can play this on Jhin, right? Doesn't Jhin just kind of go nuts? Like, he goes from battlefield to battlefield, adds mana, so you can keep doing it. There is one place I see Jhin go face. Jin's gonna be really good at getting points for the Jhin deck. Or red decks in general. Crazy unit. 2 mana, 1 power. This is not his signature ability. Dancing Grenade, deal 2 to a unit. Its controller may play this spell again for 1 power. If they do, this deals 1 additional bonus damage for each time this spell has dealt damage this turn. So basically, you're playing this, you're dealing 2 to an enemy unit. Then your opponent's like, okay, I'm paying 1 power, and I'm then dealing 3 damage to one of your units. And then you're like, okay, now I can do it again, and I'm dealing 4. And then they can do it again. You just play... No, if I hit an enemy unit, they can hit me back. And then I can hit them back. But I can also hit my own unit to get +1 and then hit them. If both players have 12 mana and they want to just keep going, they can. Oh, and then you can also have more gold. If you have like 20 gold tokens as well, do 20 times. You can bounce it on your own units and send it to them. Yeah, you can. Just to stack up the damage. You're like, okay, I have a 12 power unit. 2, 3, 4, and then 5 to opponent. That works. You could absolutely do that. All agree to board reset. You can game reset. You can get rid of all your mana. Really funny card. And then we have Rengar, which will have slightly more context now that we've seen what it does. Trophy Hunter. He's orange. 5 mana, 1 power, 6 might. Ambush. I can be played to a battlefield where there are enemy units, even if you don't have any units there. So if your opponent is tapped out holding a battlefield with 5 might, you could just send Rengar there and he'll take it. This is not that different from playing a ready unit, right? 5 runes, 1 power for 7. Yeah, that's good, right? That's really good. What I think is also interesting is that we're gonna start seeing, like, ambush is this mechanic where you play it from your hand, so it's kind of supposed to be like the surprise factor, but you can play this as your chosen champion unit. So it's like, it's just sitting there and you know it's gonna come at some point. Playing against Raven Legend, have 3 energy Yellow Fiora plus Trifarian Warcamp. Run Jhin into Warcamp with 1 opposing unit. Cast Facebreaker to stun Jhin and the other unit. Ready Jhin when he gets mighty and keep running him into Trifarian Warcamp until Draven decks out. Oh yeah, and you can keep readying with the Yellow Fiora. Because he is like, pay 1 power to ready a unit. That's crazy. Wait, that's so fun. That's not even like, that's not even that hard to do. The hard thing is you have to play a red-yellow deck. Yeah, so basically, what happens is Draven, when he wins combat, draws a card, right? So 3 energy Yellow Fiora says when a unit becomes mighty, you can pay 1 power to ready a unit, or to ready it. So what happens is you run Jhin into the Warcamp, and then he becomes mighty. And then, you know, because they're both stunned, he gets recalled because no unit wins, and then you just send him again. No, deck out is the opponent gets 1 point. So if it's an infinite and they can't react to it, it is like, oh, I can sit here and do this for 20 minutes, but it is a win. The power you have to pay is yellow, though. No, it doesn't matter because when Jhin moves, he just gives you a power to spend. He gets 1. You get 1 mana and 1 power to spend, right? So you could just spend. That's the power you spent on the Fiora to get him ready. At least that's how I'm understanding it. Yeah, it's any color. Yeah, that's what he gets. He doesn't get red. He gets any. Okay, anyway, this card seems crazy good to me. Very, very good. This is the alt art, which is mid. I like this more. The Ferocious Kitty. Okay, and this is one of my favorite cards that's been revealed so far. Adakon. 10 mana, 3 power, 7 might. You may kill a friendly unit as an additional cost to play me. If you do, I cost 1 less for each energy it costs and power less for each power it costs. So if you're killing something that's also, I don't know, 6... Wait, it's mana, right? 1 less energy. Yeah, so if you pay something that's like 6 energy and also 3 yellow, he costs 4 mana. So when I attack, the defender must kill one of their units here. This is how you sell more. But yeah, so there's just a bait. Yeah, he's only 7 power, 7 might. Oh god. Baited hook or death knell decks. Yep. Well, if you're attacking a battlefield that only has 1 defending unit, you just win. Like, they have to kill it immediately. I love this card. It's so gimmicky, but it looks so good. It might actually, yeah, it might actually be really good with LeBlanc, right? You play this in LeBlanc, and you get 2. Let us hear you cough. I'm trying to mute in time. I feel a little bit sick. Blue LeBlanc negates temporary. Blue LeBlanc, have we seen that? We've seen these. Chinchilla. 7 mana, 1 power, 6 might. When I hold, at the start of your next main phase, you may move an enemy unit to this battlefield. When I hold, holding sucks. I do kind of like this. I don't think it'll be like very easy to use because it is so expensive. But the thing about this card is that usually when you're trying to hold, you're kind of forcing your opponent to move stuff into you so you can blow them out. Right? That's the thing about holding and not attacking. If you're attacking, you're actively trying to get rid of opponent's units. If you're holding, you're letting them develop, and then you're not, you're just letting them because they have to send stuff into you. But with this, you're kind of still able to kill your opponent's stuff. Like you just move some weaker units to this. Could be good in Ahri deck. Yeah, I mean, Ahri really wants to hold, yeah. I don't see, this is never a 3 of. This is like a 1 of, or maybe 2 of. It's good for cards like this to exist, just so you have to like know that it's something you potentially have to play around, which makes holding like a little bit stronger. Not really, but Forced Combat is always nice for a defense-heavy deck. Yeah. I would rather have Vilemaw than this. I agree. Yeah, I think Vilemaw is the better card, but for certain decks like Ahri, this is probably a better fit. It's a better fit because you're forcing interaction instead of praying for it. Okay. Vex. Green, purple. When you or an ally hold, you may exhaust me to draw 1. It's pretty thematic. It's pretty on brand for Vex. Because reading this also gives me depression. Like, you compare this to Draven, and why does this need to exhaust? It's literally like the counter opposite to Draven. Where Draven is about winning combat, and this is about like, defending properly. But then she needs to exhaust, and Draven doesn't. I feel like I wouldn't be saying this unless Draven also had the exhaust. Why doesn't he? Why doesn't Draven need to exhaust to draw 1? I feel like that's the only thing that makes me like just not like this card. Knowing that Draven exists, that's a bad look. Like we all know how good Draven is. And then Vex is just like, yeah, I'm him, but weaker. I don't know, man. I want to like this, but I don't think I can. Makes me wonder if it's like, oh yeah, we made a mistake with Draven, so we're quickly gonna like add this text to her so it doesn't become the same thing. But even then, like you can win multiple combats in a single turn. You can only hold once. Well, you can hold 2 battlefields, I guess. Definitely one of the weakest green-purple leaders. I mean, sure. There's also Yasuo, who's not very good. Aurelia's insane, though. It should be a really good color combo. Like, this is the ultimate, like, protect the queen playstyle, which, holding and protecting that battlefield, I feel like that fits this pretty well, but, yeah. This is the Diana Overnumbered art. Also gorgeous. Not really my vibe though. I'm not really into the anime stuff, but it's a really good looking card. This is the Ivern Overnumbered. Also not really my vibe, but again, it just looks good. It's just they're not Kha'Zix, That's Baron. Oh, there's some other alternate art you can see in the video. Oof. The Kha'Zix, man, the Kha'Zix. There's Jhin. Here he is. Right now, for me, this is my favorite legend of set 3. I love red and blue. That's one thing. When you play a spell, if you spend 4 or more, you may banish it. So if you're spending 4 mana on a card, I'm assuming that includes his repeated cards, you can choose to banish it. And then once you've done that 4 times, you put each in its trash, and you channel 4 runes, not exhausted, just 4 runes ready to be used, and you draw 1. A lot of Jhin's cards are kind of like deramping. Like, it seems like he has some pretty heavy power investments, but he just gets 4 runes back ready. There's no exhaust, but like, good luck spending 4 mana on spells. Seems slow, it is slow. What this does is you're just playing your game, and then you have one really big blowout turn. You can get very silly with Time Warp into Time Warp. Yeah, that's one thing, yeah. Seems very good with Time Warp, especially. It's slow because you need to spend 4 or more, and then do that 4 times. Yeah, the wording is a bit awkward. So it says, when you play a spell, if you spend 4 or more, does that mean I have to spend 4 mana on the spell? Can I play a 2 mana spell and then another 2 mana spell? Can I play a 2 mana unit and then a 2 mana spell? I don't know. Wouldn't Time Warp banish itself? It says you may. I love the flavor, but is it good, really? This is a good color combo. This is a very good color combo. And he has a real... Like, when you're judging Legends, you absolutely have to look at their chosen champion units. And Red Jhin is insane. 4 mana spell itself, but stuff like repeat would count. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes sense. As long as you spend 4 on the spell, so to repeat. Yeah, so his 2 cards that you can repeat are very good with him. I mean, they're pretty, like, they're not really cards that you just use. I think, for example, Piercing Light is probably his best card. Because Piercing Light is 4 mana, and it deals like 4 damage to 2 units. It deals 8 damage in total, basically. This works with repeat, yeah. Yeah, if you do the draw 2 card with Jhin, that's 1. With the new Dancing Grenade, yeah, the Dancing Grenade is all... Well, is it? I don't think you're spending 4 mana on it. You're spending 2 mana and then you're spending power. You might get this effect once. I know. I think it looks really fun. I don't think this is like, oh, this is gonna be broken. And what this plays for is that you're trying to just play fair and honest Riftbound, and then once Virtuoso triggers, you have like the biggest blowout turn that you need to hopefully swing a game in your favor. That's how it's going to be played. It's like you're playing for that one big turn. You count to 4, and then when you get to 4, the big hit. I love him. Also, this is the alternate art for Vilemaw. And I believe they're also adding a new ultimate rarity with this set, which we don't know what it looks like yet, but yeah, we'll see how ultimate can get. This is the Lilia overnumbered. Cute. This is a new battlefield. When you hold here, your non-token units cost 1 more to play this turn. This is good for control then. This is like for the... this is for the control decks, the Dazzling Aurora decks, where you play this, your opponent plays units, and then their next turn is slightly worse while you're just ramping. This one actually does... This seems better to me than the one where you have to deramp, for example. There's one that says, like, when you hold here, recycle a rune or something. I think this is better than that. Oh, that one is Conquer? Okay, holding is worse than conquering. I think this is really good. Insightful Investigator. When you play me, choose an opponent. They reveal their hand. You may pay 2 experience to choose a card from their hand. If you do, they discard that card and draw 1. This card seems just stupid, man. Is this not just completely insane as well? It's like, okay, it's not like you're going up card advantage. Well, I mean, it's not like you're doing a Mind Splitter thing where your opponent is just -1. Yeah, actually, wait, you're right. You don't even need to pay the experience. You can just play this and see their hand. Wow. Wait, what the hell? Let me see your hand real fast. Oh, I'm not gonna spend 2 experience. I just want to see what you have. It's like if your opponent's hand is bad as well, you're just like, let's leave it as it is. But if they have a card that can blow you out, you're like, okay, sure, I'll spend my 2 experience to get rid of that. And then pray they don't draw into their second copy. Wow. No, this seems crazy. Oh my god. Oh, okay, so I see something down here, but we'll get to that in a second. If you've played a spell this turn, you may pay 1 purple power as an additional cost to play me. If you do, I enter ready. Yeah, exactly. You can spend the experience after you've had a look. So it's like, oh, your hand doesn't do anything against me? Okay. Go on. But if they have the card you're scared of, you're just like, yeah, get that out of here. I don't like this. I think this is pretty mid. I don't know. This seems too vanilla to me. Diana, no longer human. 4 mana, 1 power, 3 might. When you play a spell, give me +2. And she has ambush. Oh, this is a Ravenbloom student. Wait, this actually seems pretty good. This seems decent to me. It's like, this is good in Ezreal and Aurelia, maybe? Huh. You play 2 spells, he's 7. 7 is a lot, man. Wait, Diana is... Okay, it's worse. No, it's not really worse. Much better than Ravenbloom? Well, I wouldn't say much better because he has 4 mana, 1 power, and Ravenbloom is just like 2. The reason Ravenbloom also feels better than he did in set 1 is because there's like Cult Shot for 0. Oh, with Stupefy, yeah. Oh my god, wait, you're right. Oh, I actually really like that then. Oh, that's sick. Oh, this might be this might make Diana a bit better because you mentioned Stupefy, yeah. You ambush and you play Stupefy, and it's a +3 swing immediately. And also, like with the Diana Legend, you get that +1, so Stupefy is free. That is interesting. Okay, imagine you are holding a battlefield with a Ravenbloom or something. Your opponent attacks into it when you have 4 mana. Boom, you play Diana, you tap her Legend, and then you play Stupefy. Interesting. Yeah, this seems good. These are the alternate arts. There are so many new cards. Oh my god. I've already been going at it for over an hour. Nila. 3 mana, 1 power, 4 might. Accelerate. So for 4 mana and 2 power, you can get her ready. Ganking. And when I move, gain 1 experience. Whoa, wait. Is this card? This card is nuts. Wait, this card is cracked. This isn't... Yeah, and Kha'Zix is purple as well, which does moving. Whoa, wait, this card is actually crazy. Yeah, this is very, very good. Gives you 1... Yeah, if you enter her ready, you can get the 1 experience when she moves. And with Kha'Zix, you can also win a combat, right? Oh, actually, with Kha'Zix, you can recall her for 2 experience, which is another experience, so you can kind of keep it going. Yeah, this is good. This is a great, great, great card. Master E. Tokens. Oh, okay, so this is Vibe. Red and yellow. When you conquer, if you assigned 3 or more excess damage, you may exhaust me to ready a unit. They're adding a lot of this, you may exhaust me now, but yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, Diana's blue-purple. What's funny is that this is a pretty good card with both Vi cards, both red Vi cards. Seems better dependent. Yeah. I don't love this. Also, I think it's weird that she's yellow and not orange. Yellow Rek'Sai loves this. I forgot what Yellow Rek'Sai does. Conquer, ready, Rek'Sai, go back. Oh, okay. This is not for me. This is not my type of playstyle. It's like, you could play like 1 mana for like a Blood Rush or whatever to get that 3 X's, and then maybe it's good. Like spending mana on buffs to ready units. Hui, when I move... Oh, 5 mana, 1 power, 5 might. When I move, draw 1, then discard 1. Then do the following based on the discarded card's type. Spell, draw 1, gear ready up to 2 runes. Unit, give me +3 might this turn. Oh, this is a good card. And this is good with Jhin as well. Wait, this is a really good card. It's also the when I move. I think the awkward thing is you probably want gear. You want to discard gear. Well, do you? It's still discard, right? So it's like when you move, this could be like a purple Ezreal. Where it's like you draw 1, you discard 1, and then you draw 1 more if you discard... Nah, this is insane. This is a very good card. I actually feel like this would also be insane in Ezreal deck, potentially. The draw first is indeed what makes this playable. So you could draw the 1 and then discard it, right? That's how I should read this. Because you draw 1, then you discard. So it's like, oh, I drew a gear, discard it. Wow, yeah, okay. This is the insane part, I agree. Crazy card, actually. So good. Every single one of these is good. I think the unit one is the worst, but even this will not be bad in a lot of scenarios. Super good card. Okay, I saw this card right before I started stream. Return a friendly unit and an enemy unit to their owner's hands. This is Homecoming. Literally Homecoming from runeterra. And I think you can't even stop this by killing the enemy unit. Absolutely crazy card. So we saw Pyke. Pyke wants to recall units because, you know, you want to build your deck around that. And then with this, you also get to recall one of the enemy units. This seems like such a good card. There is a gear that draws on discard. Oh, yeah, you would play that. Yeah. Yeah, you would absolutely play that. Man. Recall Fizz and play it again. I think recalling stuff like Fizz is pretty low tempo. Still good, though. But doing stuff like recalling Fizz is way better to do with this than with the Pyke Legend. Because Pyke Legend is kind of like negative tempo for the most part. But with this, you're also like getting rid of opponent's tempo. This card is going to frustrate me. It's going to suck playing against. Okay, time to refresh. There are a lot of cards here. Oh, that's mine. Yippee. Okay. 2 mana, 1 power spell. Play on your turn or in showdowns. Deal 3 to a unit at a battlefield. If it would die this turn, banish it instead. This is a 2 mana deal 3. So this doesn't trigger death now. Does this? So what does that mean? Does this work against stuff like Zonya's Hourglass or Guardian Angel? Does that work? 3 energy, reaction speed, rebuke that doesn't target on battlefield. I think it's the most insane purple card ever released after Call 2. I agree. Yeah. Gonna be fun playing against that. Because Zonya and GA are replacement effects, the unit never dies. Okay, so then I don't really see a good use for this, except against Miracle. But even against Miracle, it's like, okay, you're banishing the unit that is already being summoned on like their insane pop-off turn. So It's good against Death Knell. Right? Like, just to deny Death Knell effects. To me, it doesn't work against Guardian Angel because of Rule 368. Yeah, but have you considered Rule 749? And also, if you look closely at Rule 251, you might realize that this is more controversial than you might realize. Good against last right. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. This doesn't work against you. Then I don't really see that. Then this part is kind of like whatever. The question is, do you want to pay? I mean, this is always a question. Do you want to pay 2 mana, 1 power to deal 3 to a unit at a battlefield? And to be honest, I don't think so. Not really. Yeah, if anything, it's a sideboard card, maybe for like Kaisa or something. I don't see it. Hey, that's my card. The cat with a knife. Dave Guskin has revealed Jhin's signature spell. Here we go. 4 mana, of course. Repeat. What? What does this mean? So you repeat it for 1 mana, then for a power, then for 1 mana and a power? Wait, so you can repeat this 1, 2, 3 times? So you pay 4 and then you pay 5, 5 and a power, 6 and 2 power to repeat it 3 times? Choose one you haven't already chosen. Draw 1, deal 2 to a unit at a battlefield, deal 3 to a unit at a base, give a unit at a battlefield -4 this turn. It's not a reaction. It's not an action. This is good though, right? This is really good. If Jhin's legend wasn't so bad, okay, it's not that bad. It's not terrible. I think it's like not OP, not bad. Like you look at Jhin's legend, and that's like one piece of the puzzle. The second piece of the puzzle is that his red chosen champion is insane, and the third piece of the puzzle is that this also seems like a really good card that you get to play with Jhin. This is also a card that he can choose to banish. I think this is a 3 of. The fact that this can be defied is so... Oh, hey, there you go. No, that's true. I love the flavor though, man. It's the 4 shots. So, yeah, wait, hold on. Wait. You say, okay, I pay 4, I repeat everything. Then you say, give a unit at a battlefield -4, and then you deal 2 to it. So you kill a 6 might unit, right? And then you just like, oh, you know, I'll give 3 to a unit at a base and kill that too. This card is insane. Wait, what? You just start with the -4. No, it says choose one you haven't already chosen. So you can't like do -16 or like draw 4. You can't do that. Deflect eats against this? Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay, no, but the fact that you can go -4 and then deal 2 is insane. Cries and defy. Dude, against purple, just don't even bother, man. Like, purple is just bullshit. Let's just keep it at that. Purple is bullshit. If you're playing as purple, just surrender turn 1 and save yourself the misery. I mean, it's such a cool card, man. It's such a cool card. Oh well. Alright. Leblanc. 4 mana, 4... Oh, look at the art on this. Oh my god. Everywhere at once. Your temporary effects at my battlefield don't trigger. NC's bagline. I must be assigned combat damage last. Ooh, that's crazy. Wait, you can just get a temporary Baron copy as long as she's alive. Wait, this is good. This is really good. Do you play this in Lilia too? Maybe you'll play this in Lilia. What's funny is that the way this is read, it says your units stay temporary, they just don't die, right? So like with Lilia, you would still have temporary units, they just wouldn't die. So you still get the discount on her her exhaust ability. Wow, I actually love this card. That makes the reflection stuff so cool. The clone of this card is self-sustaining. Wait, you're right. Wait, you clone this and then your temporary cards never die. Because like if they kill one of them, you just make another. Huh. Wait, this is such an interesting card. Yeah, temporary units don't die, exactly. Oh, wait, it's only at her battlefield, though. Okay, hold on. Well, it's good that she has backline, but you do need to be at the battlefield, so it's not free. Interesting. Baron copy would be nice if you could target him. Yeah, Baron doesn't say only your enemies can target me, right? It just says anything. It's like you or the enemy. So you also get blown up by removal? Yup. Yeah, C's blue, yellow. Blue doesn't really have a lot of protection. They have like cloth armor, which is... Right, what does blue have? Blue doesn't really have good protection. What does my battlefield mean? The battlefield she's at. So like, she can't be in base, basically. You can't just keep her in base and have her effect. She needs to actually be somewhere. What are Lilia's colors? Blue, green. Baron does say enemy, you can target your own. Okay, so you can have 2 Barons. That'll be fun. If you copy this, immediately opponent needs to remove 2. That's true. I think that's actually very relevant. Yeah. And they both will have backline, so like if you have something in front of them, be hard to get to her. New battlefield coming could also say... It probably would have to, right? Like for both Leblanc and Lilia. Yeah, if there is a... I wouldn't be surprised if there's a battlefield that has this text. I wouldn't be. Yeah. Alright, very cool. Gutter Palace. This is a spell in runeterra that makes a mech. Okay. At the start of your oh, it's 4 mana gear. At the start of your beginning phase, if you have exactly 4 cards in hand and exactly 4 units at battlefield, you win the game. What? What the hell is this? What do you mean? At the start of your beginning phase, if you have exactly 4 cards in hand, so that's not the beginning phase, so you need to end your turn with 4 cards in hand. You have 4 units at the battlefield. Isn't this OP? I don't... I don't think so. I think it's kind of bad. Yeah, you need to hold. It's at the start of your beginning phase. So it's like, it's before you draw, basically, is what this says. Basically, if your opponent is sleeping and not actually playing the game, you might win with the palace. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't need to all be at one location? Yeah, but they probably need to be. I don't know. The Grand Plaza hasn't done anything so far, so I'm not that scared of this. Yeah, no, exactly. I don't think this is real. I don't think this is real. Reaction speed units and or card draw makes this fun. Yeah. If there, I mean, I think I agree. Like, if there is a deck with this, it would have to play a lot of that kind of stuff. That's like, you get to do stuff on your opponent turn, like summoning units with ambush, and then also drawing to make sure that your hand stays at 4. 4 every year for Jhin. You would have to play this with like ambush stuff though, right? I don't know if Jhin really wants to do that. Can be fun in a multiplayer game. Oh yeah, I mean sure. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Heedless Resurrection. This is the exact same name, I think, as in runeterra. 2 mana, 1 power. Spell. Reaction. As an additional cost to play this, kill a friendly unit. Play a unit from your trash that costs no more energy and no more power than the killed unit, ignoring its cost. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can play this as a reaction to a kill spell. Oh, that's probably what makes this even better, yeah. Your opponent tries to kill your unit, and you're like, Heedless Resurrection, bring something back from the trash. You could play Watcher, sacrificing Raza. Oh my god. Dude, that is so ridiculous, actually. You have a Raza, your opponent tries to remove the Raza. On their attacking turn, you kill the Raza with this, and you bring back Watcher. All your opponent's units have -3. Good luck with your turn. Wait, no, Raza is 6, right? And Watcher is 7? Reaction speed Bryn? Yeah. No more energy and no more power. Oh, wait, but... Oh, no, it doesn't look at might. Yeah, okay, you can do that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, Raza's 10. No, you're right. I'm just thinking, like... He's 6 and Watcher is 7 might, but that doesn't even matter. Can you play this in Jhin? No. Jhin is not purple. Yeah, you can bring back Watcher. 6, 7. Oh, shit. Nice, Marshall. Nice. Riftbound report right there. Look at this guy. 1 mana sacrifice. I wonder what this does with a name like that. As an additional cost to play this, kill a friendly mighty unit. Draw 2 and channel 1 rune exhausted. Huh? Mid-range Draven can sack Pharaohs to get Bryn again? Oh my god, bro. It's about to be such a degenerate meta. I kind of love it. But I just don't love purple being broken again. Hello, Braxis. This with Unsung Hero? Yeah. This is... I don't know. I think it's pretty good, actually, in Fiora. Like, every time I see Fiora, I feel like Fiora loses because they have no cards in hand. But with this, it's kind of like... The only thing you have going for you is the units you got on board, and then when your opponent tries to kill them, you just play Sacrifice, and then you have fuel again. I don't know, it seems alright. I think that's it. That was so many cards though, man. That's so many cards. Okay, the standout for me is Jhin. I think Jhin looks really fun. This is a standout because it makes me want to puke. Hui seems super strong too and really fun to play. The draw 1 then discard is just nuts, man. Nila seems strong. This card seems crazy. And purple's getting so many good cards again. I love Vilemaw. Vilemaw might be one of my favorite cards this set, and I don't like green. Jhin, very cool. Yeah, I like this card. I think this is my favorite card. This is my favorite card so far. I'm not a Hook player, though. I don't really play Hook. But this does seem like you just want to play Hook. You can sacrifice in Leblanc also. You kill a Mighty Clone and draw 2 and 1 rune, and that rune awakens since it's generated before Awakening phase. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you could play it there. Yeah, that might actually be good in LeBlanc, yeah. Alright, who's excited for Rengar? My revealed card. Alright, raise your hand if you're playing Rengar, guys. Where is he? Where? Oh, here he is. I'm playing Rengar. Yippee! I'm back to lurk. Alright, Marshall. I'm just waiting to see how it shifts, to be honest. Kha'Zix with Dazzling Aurora feels interesting, but as Espresso mentioned to me beforehand with Yi, seems very naughty on paper at least. I wouldn't play Kha'Zix with Dazzling. It's like, oh, here's another interesting orange card. Dazzling. Kha'Zix and Jhin are probably my go-tos right now. But I would like to try Rengar. I just think red-orange goes bad into purple. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, does it? Actually, does it? I don't know if it does. Kind of depends on it. Maybe Rengar does. I'll build you a good deck, Sonny. Yeah, that would be great, Marshall. Can I have the cards as well? Can you build me like a Kha'Zix deck that needs the overnumbered Kha'Zix to be good? If you can build me that deck and give it to me, I'd be very grateful. Kha'Zix feels better than Misfortune for that color comp. Really? No, I don't think it does. No. I think ganking is way too important for that. If you're playing Dazzling, you want Misfortune. If you're not playing Dazzling, then Kha'Zix is better for sure. I'm a poor man. Yeah, but think about the exposure. I'll give another shout out to Riftbound Report. Sivir's still better. I like the uniqueness of Kha'Zix because it's like exposure. I'll pay you an exposure. Come on, man. Is ganking that powerful? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you're playing Dazzling and you're summoning big units, you kind of need to stop the opponent from holding to win the game, because usually by the time you play Dazzling, they're at like 6 or, you know, close to winning the game. Will you do a TikTok dance for me? Absolutely. Of course. There are only a couple of powerful legends. I mean, some are definitely stronger than others, like Draven. We still haven't seen Kha'Zix's signature spell, so that might make him... We haven't even seen his purple legend, right? 6 or what? Yeah, I'm not going to say it again. I'm surprised no Aurora decks played Frozen... Right? Yeah, I don't get that either. Are Aurora decks like so locked in on their 3 battlefields that they can't play Frozen Monument? Because Frozen Monument literally says you can't score points until turn 3. Is that not like... perfect? Can you do a backflip? Yeah, if you want me to break my neck live on stream, I can. Do you think new Nidalee cat form description confirms Draven has been used correctly or incorrectly? I think it was down. Nidalee. Is it down? Gulp. I'm scrolling the wrong... oh no, there she is. When I win a combat, draw 1. I win if I remain after combat. Honestly, it's still worded weirdly with the Riftbound rules, right? Because, like, you need to specify when combat ends. I think Draven just needed the exhaust. That's all it is. Nidalee plus Rengar Legend could be good. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. This is great with Rengar. You want to play this in Rengar decks 100%. Yeah. Because, like, winning combat becomes easier with Rengar. Rengar seems like a very early game oriented champion, where you just play units and like one might matters way more on like the first 3 turns than it does on turn 4, 5, 6, right? Because then your opponent also gets to play the bigger might units. I think Rengar's pretty good, but it's definitely gonna feel worse in the late game. But I'm playing Rumble, so it's not like any of that matters. Rumble sucks at every stage of the game. Well, that was it for today. I don't even know how many cards we have at this point. I don't even know how many more are coming. I think most sets so far, or both sets that we've had, have like 200 cards. So we're definitely gonna have to do this at least 1 or 2 more times. But we have all of the legends except 1. So it's... people think it's Poppy. So if it is Poppy, we still have to see what she does. He's probably gonna be orange-yellow, I But yeah, I think so far we have a pretty clear vision of what is potentially strong, depending on a couple of like champion units and signature spells. But Kha'Zix so far seems the strongest to me, just very early on. I really wanted Shyvana and dragons. I'll have to wait a little bit. Can you fight an octopus on a pogo stick in the middle of the rain, one-handed with a sword? No. If it wasn't raining though, I think I could in the sun, but not in the rain. I just watched your Noodle video and the fights against Poppy were such cancer. No man, I love 3 mana. Remove all my board. Over and over. Still waiting on my kegs to be in. The powder kegs? I wonder what they could do here. Octopus has Swift Swim, that's what I'm saying. I can't catch up. They got more arms than me as well. Okay, so guys, what I'm gonna do in about, I think 10 minutes or something, the new Hearthstone expansion comes out. So since we have nothing else to do really, I am gonna play that. I'm waiting for that digital client for Riftbound, man. And that'll be all I play. Day in, day out. Riftbound, Riftbound, Riftbound. They could boost spell damage, same as Ravenbloom, but only once, similar to Gold Token, yeah. The expansion is already out. Oh, it's out? Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna play some Hearthstone. So for everybody watching on YouTube right now, thank you, first of all. I'm gonna end the stream there, and I'm gonna continue on Twitch. I'm doing that because my YouTube channel is going to be Riot Games card games. I'm gonna do Runeterra, I'm gonna do Riftbound, and that's it. So if you want to continue watching and see me stream the new Hearthstone expansion, make sure to switch.